Welcome to the explanation of our Shepherd Lutheran Church Confirmation program for this coming year. Here I will explain what we're going to do, why we're conducting our program in this way, and what the expectations are for participating in our confirmation program. When children are baptized, parents make certain promises. These promises form the foundation of our confirmation program. We see our task as supporting parents in fulfilling these promises. These promises have certain goals. Ultimately, confirmation instruction becomes part of a child's discipleship instruction. These goals really are elements of what disciples of Jesus do regularly. These too are parts of the promises made by parents at baptism. Martin Luther, the church reformer in the early 1500s, determined that people didn't really know the basics of the Christian faith and developed what is known as the Small Catechism so that parents could teach their children the Christian faith. Notice that he became a partner in equipping parents to act on the promises they made at their child's baptism. Unfortunately, in modern times, churches and pastors have relieved the parents from their baptismal promises and accepted responsibility for the instruction of children in the Christian faith. Parents, often feeling inadequate, gladly relinquished this responsibility. This has resulted in a situation where the goals of the baptismal promises have not been achieved. Instead, we have watched children drift away from the faith. We have seen relationships at home disintegrate, and generations of Christians have little knowledge about who Jesus is and how the Christian faith informs our lives. Recognizing this failure in traditional confirmation models, in this congregation we are committed to moving forward, to achieve the goals of the baptismal promises. In doing so, we recognize that creating a confirmation program which helps parents achieve the goals of their baptismal promises, we need to incorporate a variety of elements, just the same way that one might make soup. That means we will see what ingredients are available and make the best soup possible with those ingredients. In that way, our confirmation program is different every year. It is tailored to the needs of the students and the parents rather than simply plugging you into some curriculum. The results, as we have done this since 2014, is that parents have taken an active role in achieving the baptismal promises, and we've discovered that the relationships between parents and their children have improved at a time when these relationships are most likely to be strained. Pastor Rich Melheim has written about some of the changes he's encountered with Faith 5, which is one of the ingredients we use in our confirmation program. It is really worth me reading this to you. Imagine raising a daughter who wouldn't think of going to bed without talking to you about her highs and lows every night, even though she is 16. Imagine raising a son who won't turn out the lights without asking you about your day, praying for your highs and lows, and blessing you. Imagine growing up in a home where everyone feels loved, valued, and heard every night, a family that seeks God's wisdom, will, and word at the center of their lives, an intimate community where every night is an experience of caring, sharing, comfort, and peace. Curious about what ingredients we will be using this year? The first is the Faith 5 structure of daily engagement with all members of the household. Parents will be coached about how to implement this dynamic, faith-based conversation into the routines of the household. Luther's Small Catechism is a resource so that everyone in the household, parents and children, will learn the Lord's Prayer, the 10 Commandments, something about Holy Baptism and Holy Communion. There will be an emphasis on living as a Christian in the world. We will also explore the faith practices of disciples of Jesus Christ. You may have noticed that our focus is not only on the child. Parents have significant responsibility for confirmation instruction for their children. Parents often feel inadequate at providing Christian instruction for their children for any number of valid reasons. Parents will participate in coaching sessions designed to help them and equip their children to become disciples of Jesus Christ. Some sessions are for parents only. There is also opportunity for parents and youth to be learning together. We have much to learn from one another. Our plan is simple. There is a component daily in your home. There is a Sunday morning activity where parents and youth are learning together and the opportunity for worship every Sunday. Wednesday evenings, parents will be coached and equipped to teach the faith to your children. Monthly, you are expected as a household to be engaged in some kind of ministry project outside the home and congregation. This can feel overwhelming, especially with our busy lives and schedules. But remember, this is all about fulfilling those promises you made at their baptism, so that the Christian faith matters to your children. You and your children deserve the best, and this is the best we can design for you. We recognize this isn't easy, but what has been easy about raising this precious child of yours? We will be equipping, coaching, and guiding you along the way. Parents in previous years have discovered that their own experience of the faith has grown, and they too have become deeper disciples of Jesus Christ. There are plenty of challenges to this, and some parents have simply said this is too much. We understand that, but we encourage you to try. Your kids deserve this opportunity. We are so committed to this plan that we will not offer an alternative. This is what this congregation does for confirmation instruction. We do this because it is the most effective. If you have questions, speak with the pastor. We can make this work together.